Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting out war against the Grey. Today's battle report, we've got an Elder Scrolls Call to Arms battle report for you. I'm going to be playing with the Blades, and Stephen is going to be playing with the Imperials. We're going to be playing the scenario, This Land Is Ours, and we're going to be playing a 200 Septim game. With that all said, let's get cracking on and let's go check out the force. And so here we have 200 Septims of the Blades. We first of all have Delphine, the hidden blade. Now she's got Blades armor and 2 of her Blade sword. She's also got a hunting bow, potion of minor stamina, healing hand spell, and an amulet of Zenithar. Joining her we have the Breton Fire Mage with the Staff of Flames and Fireball. He's got some mage robes on him and also carrying a lesser soul gem. And then we have 200 Septims of Imperials, led by Hadvar, who's got a potion of minor stamina and a potion of minor healing. And then he's got the Imperial Sword, Imperial Shield, and Steel Armor. His other hero buddy is the Imperial Fire Mage with a potion of minor magicka. We've got Healing Hands, Flames, and Imperial Light Armor. Joining them, we've got 3 Imperial Soldiers with swords and shields. Before we get into today's video, we'd like to give a special thanks to our channel sponsors. First of all, to Mithras Games, who provides us with all our amazing game mats for the channel. Terrainheim, who provides us with MTF terrain and the amazing trackers you see in games like Warhammer Age of Sigmar on the channel. The Dice Guy for supplying us with amazing dice, and Monty's Tabletop Terrain for supplying us with fantastic 3D printed terrain at an affordable price. Thank you all for your support on the channel. If you'd like to go and have a look at any of these companies, we'll leave links to all 4 of them down in the description of the video. Alright, and so table is all deployed. First of all, for the Blades, we've got Delphine and the Breton Fire Mage deployed. And then we have Hadvar, the Fire Imperial Mage, and then the 3 little scrub Imperial Soldiers over there. For the adversaries, we have a Skeleton Archer and 2 Draugr deployed on the table. Where's that other Draugr? No, he's over here. Draugr, Skeleton, Draugr. So, table looking like this. For our oaths, I've gone with, for the Blades, Drive Them Out, Stronghold, and Excavate. And you, for the Imperials, have gone Domination, Stronghold, and Excavate. So now, before the game begins, we draw our quest cards. So for me, I've got the Message to Whiterun and nominate one of my models to be the Messenger. Before the game ends, that model must leave the playing area by moving off the board edge in contact with the opposing player's deployment zone. It's the only way to get a model can voluntarily leave the board edge, so gotta do that. And then your one, what have you got? So you've drawn Love Beyond Death. You place a sarcophagus or other spare token within 3 inches of your deployment zone. Deployment edge, sorry. If the enemy searches the sarcophagus, they gain 1 VP and the quest is failed. If the enemy does not search the sarcophagus before the game ends, the quest is complete. So I'm going to pick Delphine to be carrying the Message to Whiterun because she's much more survivable than him. And then you've placed the sarcophagus, of course you have, down in the back corner there. Alright, so the Blades are going to start the game as setup priority was for the Imperials. So first of all, straight away, we are going to do a sneak with Delphine. No one's in range of her, so she's automatically going to get to sneak or hide. And then we are going to attempt a sneak as well. So long as we stay outside of 6, we'll be fine. And so for the Imperials, it's the Fire Mage moving back behind there, protecting that sarcophagus. I wonder why the Imperials are protecting a sarcophagus. Seems fishy to me, but anyway, he's going to hide after that. I think this is a bunch of vampires. And so, for the last activation for the Blades, we're just going to spend a point of stamina on the Breton Fire Mage, moving in behind the terrain there. And that'll be it for our activations, so we'll now go into the rest of the Imperial activations. So, finishing, you've just moved up a bunch of your Imperial soldiers, but also Hadvar has moved up, thrown a block. He is within 6 inches of the Draugr here. So the Draugr is going to move, which means it will immediately move its distance. It will have to spend its 1 point of stamina per activation to actually get in, because it's not a direct 6 inch. So which means it can't power attack you, but it is going to attack Hadvar. And so we go into the Draugr attacking Hadvar. We are a strength of 3, so we need 3 or less. That is 6 minus 2, that is 4. That is not enough. Cross swords gives us punishing, which does nothing, so he does miss. Alright, so now we've got 2 more adversaries to activate, because we've already activated 1, so we're just going to run through them. We'll go to the Skeleton Archer first. That is the Oblivion symbol, so he's actually going to attack. So he's going to attack the closest enemy model that he can. He can't attack Hadvar, because he's in melee. He can't see Delphine, so I'm pretty sure it's that Imperial soldier there. So Skeleton Archer is attacked. He's moved, because he can get within close range. Now he's going to roll his attack roll. 7 minus 1 won't do it, even with, yeah, that puts piercing on, so it misses. Alright, and so the other Draugr, what will he do? That's a helmet on him, so the Draugr is objective. So, because it's not objectives on the game, they go towards treasure, so he will sit where he is. Alright, and so with that, we draw the event. So, this is for the blades. Choose one of your models. That model may reroll any number of dice from its next skill or attribute test. We'll put that on. Put that on the. No, we'll put that on Delphine. Delphine will do it. And so 1 adversary spawns. We've got the 3, so I get to place the Skeleton Archer anywhere within the adversary zones. And so we've spawned the Skeleton Archer up there. So victory points to the end of the round. So I've got 1 model in this table quarter. You've got 1 model in that table quarter. You do have 2 over there to my 1, so you're going to score 1 victory point. So first activation, you've moved your Imperial soldier up. He's going to try and break open the chest here that he's got for the treasure. He has to use a strength test, so he needs to roll a 3 or less. That is a 6. He fails to open the chest. So Delphine's now going to do a sneak shot at that skeleton there. So we get to add 1 for sneak. We're going to aim shot as well. Her agility is 4, so that's a crit, so it adds a black dice for 2. That'll be piercing 2. There's nothing that skeleton can do against 5 damage with piercing 2. It's dead. Alright, so Delphine quite easily killed that skeleton. It'll be your activation next. So Imperial Soldier moves up, throws up a block token. That means the Draugr will activate into him. So. Well, first of all, we need to roll to see what that Draugr does. So that is attack. So he moves in. He only had to move 6, so he's going to do his power attack. So needs a 3 on this. That's a crit. So he adds black to the test for 3. So that was 3 damage with piercing 1 from the Draugr. First of all, your block test, trying to roll underneath your strength value. 3, that'll do it, so you will get your block. So, you got yellow and red in there. And what have we got? 4, cool. Completely ignore all the damage from the Draugr. Alright, so I've moved my Breton Fire Mage out. I'm actually going to shoot a fireball into you 2 fighting. So, because I've got Augmented Flames, I'm using a fire-based spell. I get an extra yellow in there, so green, 3 yellow. I have a destruction of 4, so we're trying to... 5 minus 3, that'll do it for 4 points of damage, and the helmet will allow me to add, so I get to add red to it from the helmet. That wasn't a crit, that was a 4, a 5. So the Draugr just dies from that, takes 7 damage, there's nothing the Draugr can do. Roll yellow. I don't think he can survive, but roll it, see what happens. He ignores 2 points and takes 5 damage, he gets obliterated by a fireball. Cool. The Imperial Soldier moves up. You've then got this soldier over here to activate.
I'm going for it.
Trying chest. Okay, you need a strength test. So just the white dice. Trying to roll underneath your strength. 2. Yeah, he cracks it open. So your treasure is... He's got a Poacher's Axe. And for his second activation, he just moves underneath there. So lastly, we've got Hadvar, who I'm guessing is going to attack. Alright, so Hadvar is going to aim strike into the Draugr, so go for it, needing a 4 or less. That's a critical fail. So he's just going to throw up a block, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And then the Draugr will activate back into him. So Draugr is going to power attack, he just adds yellow because they don't have cumbersome. So he crits again. This Draugr is a monster. For 6. With a helmet, which will be piercing 1. Alright, so block test first of all for Hadvar. Trying to roll a 4 or less. 4, got it, so he's going to get his shield. Alright, so roll your defense test. We're trying to get rid of as much as possible. So we got 3 cross swords. Does that do anything? And so Hadvar is actually knocked down. He takes 5. That's over. Luckily, it's not another point of damage, because otherwise that would have been bad. So now you need to pass an endurance test with Hadvar. So just the white dice. You need to roll a 4 or less. That's a critical fail. He dies. Alright, so we've only got 1 adversary left on the table at the end of the turn, which is a skeleton. If you would be so kind to roll a black dice, see what he does. That is move, so he's going to try and move. He will move towards and get line of sight on someone. So skeleton archer going to shoot the Imperial soldier there. So that misses with a 10. So events for this turn. So you'll get to have this. Unwanted attention. Something's got the creatures all foul and riled up. All adversaries in play immediately activate, even if they've already done so. Alrighty, so Draugr, what's he going to do? He actually can't see Delphine, so you probably want me to roll objective for him. No, that's attack, so he's going to go towards the closest he can. And then we'll see what the skeleton does at the back corner. He's just going to move again. So he's going to shoot that Imperial soldier again. This time he hits for 2 points of damage on you. So yellow on your armor. For 1, so he takes a wound. And so Delphine is there, and then we've got the Draugr over there as well. So, my turn. Alrighty, so I'm going to try and fireball that dude. So, needing a 4 or less. That's a critical fail. Nothing there, so fail my fireball. So, Imperial Soldier is attacking the Breton Fire Mage. So, go for it. That's 6 minus 2, that's 4.
And 9.
Oh, that's 9, sorry. So, no, that's definitely a fail then. So Delphine's just going to move, and then she's going to change her inventory. She's brought her blade swords out. She's not within 6 of any adversaries, so we go into your next activation, which is that fighter over there, or your fire mage at the back. So your last one, fire mage, just moves up there, so we go into adversaries. So we've had no adversaries activate this turn, so we'll now draw 3 of them for 3, 5, and 2. 2's are not on the table, so. Alright, so there's these 2 down here activating, and the skeleton archer up top there. So we'll start with the Draugr here, see what he does. That is going to move. Draugr's moved. Skeleton down here. Oblivion symbol for skeleton is attack, so it's going to try and shoot Delphine. Alright, so skeleton warrior here is going to aim a shot at Delphine. So that hits for 2 points of damage. So we've got black and yellow for Delphine's armor. She ignores 4, she doesn't care. So lastly, skeleton up the top there, see what he does. It's a helmet, so he's going to flee. And so this was my second turn, so event goes to me. A few words with you. Your champion, at least 1 enemy hero still in play. Yep. You've still got your fire mage in, and I've got my Delphine. This is a single stage quest. Choose 1 enemy hero. Your champion must either persuade them by spending a special action and passing a speech skill test, or kill them. 3 points for persuading them, or 1 VP for killing them. Alright, so your Imperial Soldier has moved into the Breton Fire Mage. You've got the outnumber extra green dice. You're going for a power attack on there, so 4 or less is what we need. 6, 7, you do hit for 2 points of damage. So, Breton Fire Mage, first activation is moved out. You've got an attack of opportunity here. 5, that's 3 for a point of damage. It's gonna potentially knock me out. So, we now have to make an endurance test for the Breton Fire Mage. 3, that'll do it. So we just remain incapacitated. So, you've got your Imperial Soldier, so now just trying to roll for your test. You're just wanting crits or crit fails. Well, you're not wanting crit fails, so 1, it's just a regular piece of treasure for you. What have we got? An Orcish Warhammer. Alright, so Delphine is going to attack the Drago. We're power striking. We've got Bladesman for the extra green in there as well. 8 minus 5. That is going to do it for Delphine. So that, first of all, is 4 points of damage. So I get a gold for killing the Drago. The Skeleton Archer here will activate then. So Oblivion symbol for the Skeleton Archer is attacked, so it's just going to try and shoot me. So Skeleton Archer into Delphine. See what it can do. 8 minus 3 misses. So last activation, the Fire Mage, the Imperial Mage, he moves up, and now he's going to try and flames the Drago there. 7, 5, I don't think that does it, does it? So he does have Imperial Luck, so he's going to use his once per game reroll on any test for Imperial Luck, so go again. 8 minus 3, that's 5 again. So the Drago is then going to hit him back. You're lucky that's a 9, so cross swords on them does nothing. He misses you. Oh, that's lucky. So we're just going to activate the other adversary, which is the Drago we've rolled up for. See what he does. Oblivion. So we both gain a gold for controlling a table quarter. And then I've got 5, so I'm going to level up the Fire Mage. And so, event at the end of the turn, this affects you. Disease. You've not got good ones this game. Choose one of your models. That model must pass an endurance test or receive a disease diminishing effect card. So shoot. The dude already on a wound, cool. So roll an endurance test, so just the white die. Yeah, gotta roll under your endurance. 4 is not, so he's gonna get disease. Sorry, endurance is 4, so he passed it. No disease for him. But we add another 2 enemies to the table. Alright, so Drago Overlord comes on here, and you bring the other Drago on there. This is what we're looking like. So, turn 5 now. The blades will start the turn. So, Brett Fire Mage moves there. I am now going to use Fireball. I've got Destruction Mastery and Augmented Flames in this, so let's see what I can get. That's a 2, that succeeds. That's 4 with a helmet. What will that do? That adds red to the test. Lovely. 6. That's going to... I don't think there's anything you can do about that. So yeah, there's nothing you can actually do about that because you've not got enough health. Because max you can roll on a yellow dice is 3, so it actually kills both of them. And I'm outside of 6 of the Drago now, so it doesn't activate. So the Fire Mage here is disengaging. The Drago gets an attack of opportunity and hits for 2. Cross swords is piercing. Or punishing, sorry. Ooh. So red for the light armor, 2 points of damage. He ignores 1. Cross swords do anything?
It doesn't say.
No, he just takes a wound then. And so fully charging up his flames into the Drago. Critical fails again. So the Drago is power attacking now with his regular. 4 minus 3, he'll hit for 2 points of damage with punishing again. So you get your red, your armor. Ignores another one, so it takes another wound. Delphine moves over. We're just going to pick up treasures, see if it's anything special. It's actually trapped. Oh, I got greedy for no apparent reason. I'm going to trap myself. Poison gas trap. So I take 2 yellow of damage on Delphine. Now I do get to try and save armor on it. So I save the 2 points of damage. So the skull did add an extra yellow, so I've ignored the 2. I take 1 point of damage with Delphine. And she gets an Amulet of Julianos. It's not as useful as my current one, but still, being able to recover magic, useful. So 2 more adversaries are activating this round. We've got this one that's activating. That's cross swords, so he's just going to move. So he'll actually move and he'll fight the Brett Fire Mage with that. So he's going to attack the Brett Fire Mage. Oh dear god, he crits. Oh dear god, that's a -2 to my test. So endurance test 4. That's not enough though because I've taken the extra damage. Is it? Oh no, I'm endurance 4. -2. No, so yeah, I fail, which means he just dies. Then the skeleton archer at the back corner. We have 2. So what is that? The cross swords. That is attack. He's got no one in range of him, so he's just going to move to try and draw line of sight. So you try to disengage. Attack of opportunity from the Draugr. He hits for 3. So you got a red. You save 1, so he takes 2. So he will be down. So an endurance test is needed. So 4. He's toughness 4, isn't he? He's got endurance 4.
Endurance 3.
Endurance 3. So no, he dies, and he's gone. So with that, I can just hide Delphine there, and nothing can happen to her. So I'm just going to do that. I've learnt my lesson. I get an extra victory point. And so, in the end, after taking into account, you failed 2 of your O's, I only failed 1. We go down to the score being 10 for the Blades, 1 for the Imperials. The Imperial scum, you do not get anything for working with them. Or vampires, apparently. And so that's the end of the video. We hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, why don't you drop a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come and chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Sinful Gaming, you can do so by joining our Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel, which is our Patreon and YouTube members. As Patreon and YouTube members, you'll get to help decide what content the channel focuses on when we're not focusing on new releases, and you'll also get your name shouted out at the end of the video. So a special thanks to all our Patreons: Christian, Weir, Soren, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shop First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising 8, Pure Dynamic, Anthony B, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Blues, Benjamin Suarez, Redman, Aaron DeHaven, and Kevin Bowman. And to our YouTube members as well: Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Ronya, Lock, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Man Killer, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, John Castle, Davis Weir, and James South. Lastly, if you'd also like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so by grabbing some channel merch off either our Teespring store or off our Ko-fi store, both of which, as well as the Patreon and YouTube members, are linked in the video's description. Once again, thank you all for watching. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.